Plaintiff Adrena Wright says before her cousin was murdered, he had 2 children with the defendant. Adrena says she took the defendant's children in when CPS was about to take them away due to her violent relationship. And instead of taking her kids back, the defendant started popping pills and snorting cocaine. Adrena is suing her today for car damages. Defendant Danielle House says Adrena has some nerve bad-mouthing her when she's a violent pot smoker who carries a knife. Danielle denies that CPS was about to take her children, and she's countersuing for harassment because she claims Adrena has been driving by her house and sending her threatening text messages.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
I've been knowing Danielle for 11 years. She has 2 kids by my cousin that was gunned down about 6 or 7 years ago.
Sorry to hear that.
Thank you. 2 men jumped out in the middle of the street and shot the back and the front of his car up, and we never found out what happened. She's been struggling ever since, and every time she would have complications, I would step in. One particular time back in 2007, she was having complications with a lesbian lover that she has, and I had to get temporary custody.
What type of complications? What do you mean by that?
Fighting,
Okay.
Losing her home, utilities, everything. CPS was stepping in and they was trying to take her children from her. I have documents.
Really not true.
I have documents.
Okay, now, how are you connecting this to the damages? Are you perhaps suggesting that she can't pay you your money because of all these problems, or how does it in any way relate?
Well, I'm trying to get it to where how irresponsible she is.
Gotcha.
And I had to step in and assist her. And also when I stepped in and assist her this particular time, she was supposed to be, I had her, like I said, temporary custody of her children. I have 2 kids of my own. At this time, I didn't have assistance, you know, to.
And why did you have to get custody of it?
Because she was having complications. Well, CPS was about to come and take my little cousins out of her home.
Why?
No, they wasn't.
The reason why was because people was calling in because her and her lesbian lover was fighting. People, the neighbors was calling the our CPS department, letting them know, and they was coming to investigate. That's when she came
How
to me.
How often were they fighting, to your knowledge?
I guess on the regular, because that's what the physically.
Yeah,
I have
that's what
pictures.
I'm assuming it had to be if
Well,
that's why the children were removed.
Well, I have
Ma'am, you want to comment on any of this?
Was never removed because of no lesbian love affair, Your Honor. I was having problems with the girl I was with, so I asked her to keep them until I found another place to stay, and they only stayed with her for like 3 weeks.
So why'd you and your children have to leave?
Because she was kind of violent, but I didn't have to leave. She left, but I let her keep my kids for 3 weeks so I could find another place to stay.
Why couldn't you stay and keep your kids where you were staying?
Because I didn't. Because she knew where I lived at, and I didn't want her to come back
violently. Well, she was that violent against you?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Wow. Go ahead.
Sir, she was supposed to have been giving me money then for her children because she receives with checks for the death of my cousin. She get checks for her kids, and she was supposed to assist me then.
Right.
She, instead of her assisting me with the kids, she was partying, popping pills, snorting powder, drinking alcohol on the regular.
So you don't pop pills and smoke weed?
Sure, don't. I smoke weed. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna lie about that.
So you never popped a pill?
Oh no, I'm not gonna lie about that, sir. I really do. I do smoke weed, but my weed habit does not make CPS come and try to take my kids.
CPS never came and tried to take my kids because of their reasons.
I have documentation.
Tell me about how long you kept the children.
4 months.
And how much did she get? How much money did she give you?
None.
Now, anything else before I let her respond?
No.
All right, you want to respond to these allegations?
She did not keep my kids for 4 months. She took them at the end of the summer. They went to school for like 2 or 3 weeks with her. My kids wanted to come home.
And did you pay for those 3 weeks?
I gave her $100 out of my checkbook because I get $900, so I still had to move, so I had to have the deposit and the rent. So I gave her $100 out the check.
It was all right with her then?
She didn't say anything to me about it.
All right. Any other background you want to give me before we get to the car damages?
She is a violent person. She carries a knife and she will use it. So I'm glad you got security. You probably need to watch your door. She's been on probation for assaulting a woman. So that's pretty much.
All right. Violent and carries a knife. You have your knife on you today?
No, not today.
Okay, not today.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie because I mean I do have a temper problem, but I have been.
You're the last person that needs to carry a weapon then.
Yes, I know it.
You need to smoke more of that weed.
Right. That'll calm you down. That'll calm you down. Tell me about the car damages.
Okay, well, back in October of 09, I took and drove an hour away from Indianapolis to my car was not, I rode with someone else. And they was taking their dogs to get their ears clipped. He had 7 pits and it's cheaper where he was taking his dogs to. I left my truck at Danielle's home, but before I got back, when I pulled up, my truck was gone. So when I walked in the house, I'm looking around and there's 3 kids in the house. I'm like, well, who's here with y'all? And they was like, well, mama's gone. She went to the liquor store. So I went in the restroom. Before I can get completely out the restroom, she flies to the bathroom. Oh my God, cuz I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna give you the money for it. Don't worry about it. I got you. I get my check on the 3rd. I'm gonna give you something. I may not be able to pay it all, but I'm gonna give you something. So we went from that. I let her go ahead, go through this pleading. Don't be mad at me. Just calm down spell that she was giving me, and we talked it out. Next day, I get in my truck. I leave her house, get in my truck, and it wouldn't start. Called her that morning. I was like, Danielle, my car is not starting. So I'm gonna have to get somebody over here to come and see about this car. What do you have on it? That means, what can you give me?
I think I know what that means.
Oh, okay.
I used to carry a knife too. Go ahead.
So I said to her, what do you have on it? She was like, now this is the 29th. She was like, well, cuz, I don't get my check till the 3rd. So you're gonna have to wait till the 3rd, and then I'm gonna try to see if I can work something out, give you a little something on it.
Did you all ever agree to an amount?
My estimate, my one.
Okay. And she's only paid you how much?
$160.
Let me see your estimate. Let me hear your side, ma'am.
Well, when the accident happened, I did come to the house and, because I know she's
Did you take the car
violent.
without asking?
No, she let me drive the car from her mother's house to my house because I had to go get my kids. She left with her friend. I don't know who the dude was. It might have been her boyfriend or something. I don't know who he was. So she left with him, and I went to my house to go get my kids. She was still gone, so I did go to the store, and I came back. As I was coming back, the dude who dropped her off, he was kind of like at an angle in my little court, and when I pulled in, the side of his bumper caught the side of her doors. So I went in the house and told her, and from there, we came up with a total of $426 because I knew somebody who could put the doors on. You got to pick apart. The doors are $50.
What?
It's called pick apart. It's abandoned cars where you go get parts off of them. It's like
where you get parts off of.
Yeah, it's called pick apart.
It's not an established garage, car repair garage.
It's not a garage, no. It's just a place where
and
you
she
can go.
agreed to that?
Yeah, the whole total was $426.
And she agreed to allow you to have her car, such a nice truck, fixed at a backyard alley.
No, because I knew somebody who was going to put the doors on for her.
So you say it was $400 and you agreed to pay that amount when?
I never set a date. I've never set a date with her.
And so how much have you paid?
I gave her $260.
Since when?
Since November, the first time I gave her $60.
Since, okay, so that's in 8 months.
Yes, sir.
Think that's fair?
I mean, I'm on a fixed income.
That's the same game you gave her when you shipped your kids off to her and gave her $100. That game run out at some point, doesn't it?
Well, I only get $900.
I understand that. I heard all that. Do you work?
I just started looking for a job. I just broke my ankle.
You just started looking.
I just broke my ankle.
You
in
owe
March.
everybody. You haven't even been looking for a job.
I just had
You
surgery.
just started looking.
I just had
What do you want
surgery
to
on
say,
my
ma'am?
ankle.
And she didn't buy a car. She has a car.
I don't have a car.
She has a car.
No, I don't.
She has a car.
Your counterclaim is for $1,000 for harassment. What is that for?
Okay, she's been coming past my house, sitting outside of my house. She's been sending text messages, telling people she's gonna beat me up. She just been saying a lot of stuff about me, talking about she's gonna call CPS on my kids, get me evicted from my house.
Did she do any of the things she talked about to
No.
others?
No, she hasn't done
All
it.
right, well, you don't have a claim then.
Okay.
She has not done anything to you. If she talked about you to other people, if she talked about what she was going to do, then you don't have a claim until she does it. All she did is talked about whooping you. Your girlfriend did whoop you regularly.
It wasn't regular. It was like 2 times we got in a fight.
Oh,
It
over the
wasn't
course of
regular.
how long?
2 years.
Really?
2 years.
And you thought that it would happen again within 3 weeks if it only happened twice in 2 years?
No.
So I thought so, because you said that's why you shipped your kids off for 3 weeks, because you were scared it would happen again. Now you're telling me you weren't scared it would happen again. So you've contradicted yourself too.
Okay. That's why I moved.
Yeah, you know, when you look, I know you're being a little smart aleck when you're doing all that. I know what that means, so I'm gonna do it too.
Okay.
Now, your case is dismissed, all right?
That's fine.
Yours is granted. She does not have to settle for a back alley mechanic that you wanted to go to for $400. Judgment for the plaintiff.
Thank you. I'm gonna keep living. I'm fine.
I don't know. I just want my kids and her kids to still be able to see each other. Other than that, I'm fine.